Hello friends, it is Astro here, and we are back and playing Prison Architect once again. I'll unpause the game. We'll get our shakedown underway, which has turned up just mountainous levels of nasties and baddie, nasty, horrible things. We've got plenty of shears, we got heaps of jail keys, 18 phones. 18 mobile phones. Oh. Look at this guy. He's reading a book. How cool is that? Crease, come back. Oh, dude, that's awesome. I mean, I could have gone the full Bill Hicks and said, "What you reading for?" But I didn't think that was terribly appropriate. If a prisoner's reading a book, I want to encourage that, right? So last time we plonked out a whole bunch of new cells. We created a fairly bad sort of situation where a bunch of prisoners were unable to be assigned to a cell, but I think that is slowly getting back to functional. Not quite. The doors haven't been installed. Well, this door's been installed, but it doesn't have a bed. It's just not going as quickly as I had hoped it would. Basically, this entire block is useless at this point, which is irritating. Wait a minute. Why is that block... Why is it not working? What happens if I... Alright, look. Do I need to... Like, did you miss... How did it miss objects? That is really bizarre. I don't think I've ever seen that happen before. Usually when you clone a room, it clones the room. And that... Oh, poo. Alright, well, we've got some doors. But we don't have any beds. And, wow, that's... Yeah, okay. So I basically just got... Oh, excuse me, fellas. Hope you enjoyed your mashed potatoes, but I need to get to work here. So these cells populated correctly, but these other ones, for whatever reason, seem to have just not happened. Which is bizarre. I mean, look, these ones don't even have toilets in them. Oh, gosh. Alright, what happens if I just do that? And then... that. Okay, and then here. And here. Alright, so it's 2,600, but it didn't cost me that because I had a bunch of stuff already. So that's not too bad. And we're still getting a good amount of money from early prisoner releases. And this should take care of the 6 prisoners that are currently unable to be assigned. So this should now become a cell, which it does. 4 prisoners. Almost there. Okay. Alright, so we're back in business. We'll get ourselves back to life. Excuse me. Coming through. So we're back to the level where we were before this all started to kick off. So what we can do now is build out the opposite side of this cell block style structure, because I'd like to have this size cell all the way through. So we're going to have that there. We're going to have a prayer mat. And that's there. And a bookshelf. There. Okay, great. So we're also going to need a jail door. And then we're going to need to mark this as a cell. I'm not going to put flooring in here just yet because it's too jolly expensive. Like, all of this stuff is probably what caused us to just bleed so much cash. Look at this guy. Bringing the uniforms around. Good on you. Oh, he's gone. Whatever your name was, good on you. So, this cell should be relatively inexpensive. I say relatively. It should be less expensive than this cell to duplicate because it doesn't have the flooring and the flooring outside and all that sort of stuff. So, theoretically, this room... Oh, hi, buddy. Yeah. I'll catch you around. So, this cell should be only... I can't see how much it is, but that's fine. And it's 620. Okay. So that's not too bad. We can just add a few cells here and there. I'll tell you what I could probably do. You know what? Tell you what I'll do is I'll just close intake for now. While we sort this out, close the intake off. We'll get this lined up. And then once all of the cells have been like stripped out, all of this stuff's been stripped out and replaced, then we can worry about getting our new dudes in. Because, let's face it, until then, it's a bit of a... It's just going to be a bit of malarkey to try and get that happening. So, then we'll clone 2, and place 2. Ah, we might as well just keep that going. 2 and 2. Lovely. And, oop, I'm in the parole room. I'm in level 3 speed at the moment, so... It's been a couple of deaths. Nothing too scary, he says, hopefully. How are we doing? Minimum security, 84. And, okay, now we're up to 87 capacity. 88. When this baby hits 88, you're going to see some shit. Okay, cool. So, that's done, and we're at 88 cells. As the cash... We're going to have to wait until tomorrow morning. Paroles are really the main cash cow at this prison, at this particular point in time. So, we're going to have to wait until tomorrow morning for those paroles to kick off again. These 2 rows here need to be replaced by one, that one at the top there, this one, 2, 3. So we're going to need 3 rows to replace these 2 suckers. And, let's see. If I clone 4 of these, and I need 2 of those to build the block, how much does that cost? 2480. Wow, so it's not actually that much less expensive than when the flooring's in place. Because that was like 2600, right? Check it. There you go. 2600. 2480. So there's only like 120 bucks worth of flooring involved in that. That seems incorrect. I'm not complaining. I like being able to put down flooring all over the... Oh, hello. What are you doing in... Oh, Gordon Bennett. Shit. This is all shared. I want this to be minimum. And that is minimum. And you... Where'd you go? Yeah, go on, piss off. You don't belong here. This is MinSec only. This is our town. Has the deployment been broken up here as well? No, this is all okay. Okay, good. I guess it's just... Because it seems to be when you cut a new door into an area, it'll modify the overall security level of that. Got an extra set of benches in there? I do too. But it looks like they're actually sitting on those benches and eating at them, which... Okay, that's fine. Alright, cool. So, they're all off into the tiny, tiny yard to lift some weights and stuff. We've got this building down here. Let's, I'll tell you what is it, 4 PM? Okay, we're going to wait until the very first thing tomorrow morning. Like, as soon as these guys get out of bed, excuse me, I'm just shifting in my chair. As soon as these guys get out of bed, we're going to strip out these 2 cell rows here and rebuild them down the bottom. Because I want to reuse all these toilet shower combos and beds in the bottom section. I don't want to have to buy all of that crap again. So if we do it first thing in the morning, the benefit is that we don't... Yeah, we don't have to just build everything or buy everything from scratch, I should say. There are planning nubs here, which I can't stand. There's one there. Where else have we got planning shit? There's a whole bunch down here, but I kind of... Oh, look at all of this. I don't want that. Yeah. As I was saying in a previous episode, this is the problem where the door doesn't count as a wall, and as a result you get this little nubbin of stuff. There's a lot of deaths going on, which is starting to make me worry, honestly. Oh wow, we're up to 6. Okay, so 6 dudes have now been moved over to Supermax, which is... Whoa. Yeah, okay. Alright. Let's just double check my deployment in this area. I've got some normal guards. I think we're going to need an armed patrol in here. And here. And across here as well? Yes. In Schedule 1. Right. Yeah, because those guys are getting a bit unruly, honestly. I think this is pretty much where all the deaths are occurring. Maybe I should just take all of the guards out and let them just murder themselves. And that way any violent people in the prison can just slowly be whittled away. It's not not a terribly nice way. No, that can't be. Where's that? Oh, it's over here. What's going on? He overdosed? What the heck? How was he allowed to overdose? Where's the doctor? Why are there no doctors in here monitoring? Give me a doctor. And another doctor. God damn it. How did he how was he... Aw, man. Search his block. You're not going to find anything, because he basically just shoveled it down his face, but... Oh, that's a bit disappointing. Alright. Okay, so we're sleeping. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. Let's get ready to rumble. And by rumble, I mean demolish all of these cells. So, what time do we wake up? We wake up at 7 AM. And we go straight into lockup mode and then shower mode. So, you know what? Some of them are awake. But some of them are still napping. I don't want to wake up the guys that are napping. I'll be a, you know, a benevolent dictator. I'll let them sleep it out for another 3 hours, and then we'll go and tear those cells out. Meanwhile, we'll just nip down here, and we'll check out... Did I put a guard in the infirmary? No. Do you know what I think? We should also have a dog patrol. Here? Yeah, here, all the time. How many dog patrols do we actually have? Dogs. There's only 3 of them left. Let's take that up to 10. Because we have lost a couple of dogs. I don't know if you recall, but there have been some tragic dog incidents in the past, which I don't particularly want to reflect on. We've only got 6 armed guards. We could probably use with a couple more of them. So let's... Oh, gosh. Moving in 3 times speed is a little bit tricksy. Especially when you get lost. So let's just nip down here to the armory. And we'll see if we can pop in a couple more guard lockers. Across here, one here. So that should be another 4. Which should theoretically... Shit. Which should theoretically give us another 4 guards. So we'll come back to that later on. In the meantime, let's bumble our way back out to this side. And we'll tear these cells down. So. Alright, here we are. We're going to go objects, dismantle object, right? And if we pull all these out. Right, do this. Oh, just demolish all of this stuff. Get it removed. All of it removed. Doodly-doo. There's a cell down here somewhere that needs to be searched, but that's not going to make a difference shortly because it's all going to be torn apart. They're tearing me apart. Alright. Okay, cool. Cool. All of that is now being removed. And so as a result, as these guys... How do we have... Seriously, 30 workmen, and I can see, like... No, there's a reasonable amount, I suppose. Old Lord seems a bit confused. Oh. Status effects calming. What does that mean? Robert was finally apprehended by the police after several months on the run. His only crime was eating a succulent Chinese meal. And then apparently blackmailing someone for it? It's pretty good, man. Oh, he's got no family. Oh, poor dude. Okay, so next, objects. What do we got? No, materials. Clear indoor area. And we're just going to strip all of this out to remove those walls. And then if we come down here, we need another 3 wings to... Oh, what now? We've just discovered that one of the teachers we bring in for the inmates' classes has been smuggling in huge amounts of contraband. They've been fired, but the damage has been done at this point. Oh, has it now? Bomb! Yes! We'll soon see about that. Nothing fixes contraband like a lovely shakedown. Now, so, we're going to clone out these cells here. 4, 6, 8. And then here. 2, 4, 6, 8. And then this bit. And we can't afford that last block. We will be able to shortly, though. Oh dear, I've just realised having a shakedown is going to hamper my dude's ability to open doors. Or is it? It looks like the automatic doors are still working, which is good. And these chaps are all out here having a little extremely cramped yard time. So that's the next thing I need to consider, is maybe rebuilding the yard somewhere. Perhaps I should... Hang on. I really want to... I want this cash to tick over so that I can put this last block in. I'll give it a few seconds and see if it ticks over. $2,300. A little bit more. What about if I just do this? Oh. No. Won't even let me. Oh, there we go. Perfect timing. Early prisoner release. Okay, so let's nip back up here. And let's... oh, look at that lovely void that's been left from that being removed. So let's have a look at this yard. Because that's a lovely big yard, right? So what I could do is cut a corridor here. Now, it's going to be tricky because the guys are all going to have to funnel through a 2-wide corridor. But what I could do is have that 2-wide corridor set up so that the guys come straight up through here and then out into this yard. Now, the only tricky part about that is that I would need to modify the regime so that their work-free time and eat time is different from normal security. Because we don't want them in the same yard at the same time. For many reasons. Murdering, for starters. But also, you know, other things like... No, it's mainly the murdering. I'm just joking. Alright, so, let's see if we can pop in a couple more rooms. Was this the right-hand side? It was. Good. That's handy. I could probably do this when that's done. Oh, look at that. Okay. So when that block is done... Actually, down here that could probably be done. Yes, look. Oh. Quick build, clone. The cells go marching 4 by 4, hurrah. Yeah. Like that. I'm still missing a bunch of flooring, so we'll have to come back through and do a bit of tarsing once all of this is completed. But this... Yeah. This is gonna... Wait a minute. Ah. Oh, no, that's right. Here. So this guy here is going to cost 5,080 dollaritos, which we do not currently have. At least we won't until tomorrow morning, when some paroles start to occur. Okay, so this yard up here, I think it's probably large enough for either of these populations to go and enjoy. This yard that's down here next to the canteen... Yeah. I think this is probably too small. So if we remove this... These parole rooms can stay temporarily, but this can then be reserved as sort of expansion space for the canteen. And then... The next step, and next episode, I think what we'll do is... We'll cut this corridor up through here, right? And we'll modify our regime so that minimum and medium security can share this yard so that, yeah, 1 yard to bind them, 1 yard to rule them all. Alright guys, well thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, let me know. If not, well then give me a thumbs down and whatnot, but I don't know. Whatever happens, happens. And I'll catch you guys next time.